A short history of agriculture in the world. This is video 3 of 4. This video covers the feudal period. Helping me today is Jennifer Lamb. Jennifer has a home and office cleaning business in Northwest Indiana. Jennifer also writes a blog at theholisticgen.com. The feudal period in Europe began soon after the fall of the Roman Empire, reaching its height about 1100 A.D. The feudal period lasted from about 500 A.D. to 1500 A.D. During that time, manoralism developed. Irrigation was expanded to include new lands. New crops were domesticated or improved. Trade between regions had developed during the Roman period, but was greatly expanded during the feudal period.
In Egypt and Spain, irrigation was extended to previously unproductive land. The water wheel pictured was used to lift water into an irrigation ditch.
In Spain, vineyards were planted on sloping land, and irrigation water was brought from the mountains to the plains. In Egypt, grain production was sufficient to allow the country to sell wheat in the international market.
In some Islamic areas, oranges, lemons, peaches, and apricots were cultivated.
Rice, sugarcane, cotton, and vegetables such as spinach and artichokes, and Spanish flavoring saffron were produced. Saffron is the hand-picked, then dried stigma of the crocus.
The silkworm was raised, and its food, the mulberry tree, was grown.
Manoralism was an essential element of feudal agriculture. It originated with the Roman villa system of the late Roman Empire. It was slowly replaced by the advent of a money-based market economy and new forms of agricultural trade. Manoralism was characterized by the legal and economic power in the lord of the manor, granted by the king. The manor may have knights to protect the manor. The peasants performed the labor. A manor is a large country house with a unit of land consisting of lord's land for personal use and lands rented to tenants. A large manor had a mill for grinding grain, an oven for baking bread, fish ponds, orchards, a wine press or oil press, and herbs and vegetable gardens. Bees were kept to produce honey. Woolen garments were produced from sheep raised on the manor. Linen textiles could also be produced from flax, which was grown for its oil and fiber. Leather was produced from the manor's cattle. We see pictured a man wearing a linen shirt, leather vest, woolen pants, and leather boots.
A blacksmith, wheelwright, and carpenter made and maintained crude agricultural tools. Stone tools of the prehistoric period gave way to tools made of bronze and iron.
Arable land, meaning able to be plowed, was divided into 3 fields. One sown in the autumn in wheat or rye, a second sown in the spring in barley, rye, oats, beans or peas, and the third left fallow. To summarize, the feudal period in Europe began soon after the fall of the Roman Empire, reaching its height about 1100 A.D. The feudal period lasted from about 500 A.D. to 1500 A.D. During that time, manoralism developed. Irrigation was expanded to include new lands. New crops were domesticated or improved. Trade between regions had developed during the Roman period, but was greatly expanded during the feudal period.
What do you remember about the feudal period? Shall we have a quiz? True or false? During the feudal period, the use of irrigation was greatly decreased.
The correct answer is false. Irrigation was expanded to previously unproductive land.
True or false? Manorialism was an essential part of the feudal period.
The correct answer is true. Manorialism was the leading form of social and economic organization during the feudal period.
True or false? The blacksmith, wheelwright, and carpenter made and maintained tools made of wood, bronze, and iron.
The correct answer is true. The blacksmith, wheelwright, and carpenter were very busy making tools and creating new technology. For the lesson plan with worksheets, lab exercises, and answer keys, go to www.spanbergschool.com. Thanks for listening.